you're trying to cook up some quad cannons, this is how I'd go about structuring your quad training. First up, a movement that's going to bias your outer quad, aka your vastus lateralis. And this is going to be your leg press. So being seated, having your hips flexed, that's going to shift tension more to the mid-range of the movement. And that portion of the range is where this muscle eats. Now you want to control the weight on the descent, and you want to go as deep as you can without your lower back coming off the pad. If it starts to round off of that pad, you're going to put tension on your lower back. So go as deep as your mobility allows. Next up, a movement that biases that inner quad. This is that teardrop looking muscle close to your knee. And this is where your squat pattern movement comes in. But to really bias this portion of your quad, you need to maximize knee flexion. That's going to happen best with a hack squat or a Smith machine back squat. Your pendulum squat or your high bar back squat can do the same. Just make sure your heels are elevated. That is, again, going to put you deeper into the range and really maximize that knee flexion. And finally, a movement that biases that mid quad, aka the rectus femoris, aka the rec fem. To best bias this, we need to have our hips fixed while extending our knees. So this is mainly going to be your leg extension. And this is really the only thing that's going to effectively train your quads in a more shortened position. So this is not an optional movement. You got to keep it in the mix. Now you could train it in a more lengthened position by doing sissy squats. But again, the leg extension should always be in the rotation. And with that, you got every portion of your quads covered. To recap, I'd start with a movement that targets either your outer quad or inner quad. You can flip-flop which one you start with, but again, that's going to be the leg press for your outer quad and the squat pattern movement for your inner quad. So either that hack squat, Smith machine back squat, pendulum squat, or high bar back squat. We need those leg extensions to target your mid quad in a more shortened position. And if you wanted to throw some sissy squats in for some length and work, you could do that as well. Backfill this blueprint with some calves or hamstrings, and you got one hell of a quad focused leg day.